So my name's Lexi. Um, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma when I was 22. And I just graduated college. I had to move back home, do the whole thing, go through treatment, and I was in treatment until last March. And I also write music. I'm a songwriter and I am an artist, and I release music under the name Riese. It's like the peanut butter cups, but it's IE instead of EE. And I put out a song last March. It's called Hero Complex. And I wrote that song. I was still in treatment when I was writing it. And the song was inspired by the toxic positivity that I felt during treatment. A lot of the times people ask me, like, who is it about? And it's not about any particular person. It's really just about the general sentiment of, like, my friends and family wanting to help me and fix things for me when I was going through cancer treatment. And obviously that's such an understandable feeling of, like, it's hard to watch somebody you love go through chemo and cancer. And oftentimes I think when we see somebody that we love in pain, we jump to throwing solutions at them and throwing silver linings at them. But with something like cancer, there's not always something that can be done to actually make it better. And I found that the most helpful thing for me oftentimes was just to have somebody sit with me and not try to cheer me up or make me feel better, but to just be there with me and express that they could understand what I was feeling, even if they hadn't felt it themselves, or, even though they weren't me, they could at least empathize with me and just be there with me without throwing solutions and silver linings at my face. So the song is about that feeling of, like, please don't try to save me, because right now, like, nothing is gonna make me feel better, right? Like, I have cancer, and the scary thing about cancer is that you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you don't know if you're gonna survive, you don't know if you're gonna die. And I would rather somebody say that I understand this is scary and I understand why this is scary, rather than be like, okay, well, what if I bake you a cake? What if we do this? What if we do that? Like, sometimes, like, all that can be done is, like, to feel the really hard feelings. Treatment, I had no idea how to communicate that. I didn't even know that was what I needed. I just knew that I was feeling depressed and feeling like I couldn't understand why I was so unhappy and why nothing was making me feel better, until somebody helped show me how cathartic it could be to just have them acknowledge how scary and how horrible what was happening to me was. Just having people acknowledge the reality of what was happening made me realize how comforting that was for me. And then once I understood that that's what I found comforting and supportive, then I figured out, okay, this is what I need to ask for. And then once I began asking for it, it honestly made me feel a lot less resentful towards a lot of my friends and family, because in the beginning I was just angry and I couldn't articulate why. And then I had to learn, like, I don't want somebody to just buy me things or just, like, be like, hey, whatever it is, like, that was, like, they were doing to try to cheer me up. Like, I realized I didn't want that. It's definitely a process for me to learn to learn A, what I needed, and B, how to ask for that. So I would say it took me, like, the better part of, like, a year to, like, get to a place in treatment where I figured that out. So it's on all streaming platforms. It's under Riese, Riese. And it's called Hero Complex. And yeah, you can find it on Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever you have. I put it on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel. Yeah, if you can't find it, you can message me and I'll send it to you. It's been really fun. I had the song for like a year before I put it out, so to finally have it out, it's just like a relief, and it's exciting, and it has been really cool to hear from other people who have gone through cancer. Like to hear that specifically other people who have had cancer like it is like the best feeling, honestly. Um, Especially when it's somebody that like I don't know personally, because I love my friends and family, but obviously they're a little biased because they know me. So it's nice. It's just the best when somebody I don't know personally comes up to me and is like, I know your song, I love your song, I've been playing your song, and it's just, oh, it's really cool. Yeah, and it means the most that it means something to people who have gone through cancer, for sure. Yes, definitely. It's taking me a minute to like, so I have a lot of songs written that I definitely want to put out. It's just a matter of getting them produced and having the right production, which always takes me a minute. So I'm in the process of getting a bunch of songs produced and hopefully soon. I want to put them out right now. Like if they were ready, I would put it out right now.
Something's in my blood, I keep ending up on my deathbed. Like a lucid dream, but it's right in front of me, said it in my head. And it cuts me like a knife, taking inches off my life. You know I'm hanging by a thread. It's not a point of view, there's nothing I can do, and I'm half dead. But you keep on showing up in the nick of time. Like you can get me through the night. Got you so obsessed, trying to save me on your hero complex, but you can't change me. Take the S off your chest, cause I'm losing my mind with the way you keep trying to get up when it's helpless. And I'm helpless, baby. I don't wanna talk, but if you ever listened, you know that too. Blah, 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 say the same shit like you always do. Yeah, you tell me I'll get better, it won't be like this forever. If only I believed that too. Wish you'd save your breath, put that shit to rest, cause it's pointless. But you keep on showing up in the nick of time. Like you can get me through the night. Got you so obsessed, trying to save me on your hero complex, but you can't change me. Take the S off your chest, cause I'm losing my mind with the way you keep trying to get up when it's helpless. And I'm helpless, baby. Something's in my blood, I keep ending up on my deathbed. Like a lucid dream, but it's right in front of me, said it in my head. On your hero complex, but you can't change me. Take the S off your chest, cause I'm losing my mind with the way you keep trying to get up when it's helpless. And I'm helpless, baby.
Thanks for having me.